Hello everyone and welcome back to the Mid-Season Streamathon. I'm Medic. I am joined not by Vedius, but instead by Welshius.
Hello.
For this fifth cast of the day. How you doing, Welshius?
I'm alright, mate. So, for those that don't know, I am from southwest Wales. Wales is the country, yes, it's a country that sticks off
just a
the
big
bit
fish.
of England. A lot of people don't know about Wales. That's fine. Honestly, I don't blame you. There's a lot of countryside there. There's a lot of agriculture. We've got a couple little towns too. But we also do have our own language. So today we're going to be speaking a little bit of Welsh. Gachi I siarad tymud bach o Gymraeg.
Bless you.
And, of course, Medic doesn't understand a word of it being from...
Look, Vedius, no one understands a word of it. Let's be honest.
Of the country. So, yeah, as I am speaking with this Welsh accent, I have been asked to say a couple words because for some reason people think it's funny when I say certain things. So I'm just gonna say them. So the first one is avocado. The next one is bumblebee. And the last one, people have asked me to say this. This is the longest town name in Wales.
Hit us. Right? This is going to be great.
And so this is Llanfair Pwch Gwyngyll Go Gerich Wyrndrobwch Llantyslio Gogogoch. That is all one word. It is the name of a place. It basically means St. Mary's Church in the hollow of the White Hazel near a rapid whirlpool. So there you have it. It actually gets very wet there.
With the whirlpool, I can't imagine it being quite dry. I was actually surprised that it means near rapid whirlpool. Like, I didn't think of Wales as a place of danger and of excitement.
Mate, Wales is very perilous. It's honestly a difficult place to survive. I've had to struggle through many hardships.
Do you want to name some of them?
I mean, no, I don't think we need to go into my past.
It's too traumatic.
Honestly.
Too traumatic.
It's you know, like it's very survival of the fittest in Wales, and so we don't need to look back. I am the man I am today, thanks to that. So anyway, we're gonna be casting some League of Legends today.
Yep.
So Medic, why don't you?
Do they have League of Legends in Wales?
Yeah, I mean yes, mate.
Okay.
I actually used to be part of some Welsh. I used to lead and be in charge of the Cardiff University teams, I'll have you know.
Oh.
And back in my day, they were quite good. You know, I
Sure.
mean,
Benny,
I don't mean to blow my own
like
trumpet.
People watched you play 2 games earlier today and get a combined 200 CS in 50 minutes of gameplay.
It was
no
a
one
tough
here
day.
thinks you're good anymore.
Admit,
I'm so sorry.
I will admit, it was a tough day today, Medic. I'm not pretending like Vedius wasn't a weak point of the team
that's
today.
true, yes, it was your cousin.
But I'm confident that he can bounce back in tomorrow's games. In any case, I'm looking forward to seeing what League of Legends we have today. Wales is probably not only the home of, I think, the best rugby team in the world, but also some extremely talented League of Legends players. Alfari is from Wales, I'll have you know.
That is true.
And he is, I believe, the best top laner in Europe right now. So, I mean, when you think about it...
Did you see them play in the last game? I think Noir is, he's pretty up there.
I mean, is he Welsh though? I mean,
sadly, he is not Welsh.
Exactly. That's exactly right. We will get to see France play once again. I was quite impressed with Italy. I'll be honest. I was not expecting that much from them, but I thought that they really shone through. You know, they persevered. A couple of mistakes here and there really cost them.
It happens.
But not the end of the world. Meanwhile, France. A little disappointing, I'll be honest, considering the amount of espionage they instigated while we were prepping coming into the week. I expected...
they did win the game, though.
Yes, and sorry, I just broke everything. So
I can see it's slightly broken. We now know that you are Andrew, and we know the exact time where it is where you are, my man. Let's jump on into Champion Select. I'll talk it through a little bit while you try and unbreak things. I know to the Welsh this sort of technology is quite new, so I can understand it. We have the French Zoo versus Polska Gorum. First time we're seeing the Polish team on the stage. Yasuo's got banned out. Silas, Ezreal being removed as well.
Excellent. What else have we got? I can't tell you right now.
Do you want me to tell you?
I think, yeah,
Thresh has now been banned.
Please keep informing me. I apologise, ladies and gentlemen, about these technical issues. I will admit that I broke my own PC, so now IT is desperately trying to fix the issues that I have created for myself.
If there was any moment indicative of this stream, I think that was it. Right there. Okay, you compose yourself for a second. I'll do Champions League.
As you can see on my screen right now,
Not smart.
the technicians have decided to add this to my technology. Yeah. So, League of Legends.
Yes.
As you can see,
lots of AD carry bans, and we've got Nefelios locked in.
We got a couple AD carry bans. We've got a first pick of Felios. Very try-hard from the side of Zoo. You can see they talked about how they wanted to be very competitive in this tournament. They're all in it to win it, as they would say. And yeah, by locking in the Felios, you're already thinking, what supports could they pair it up with? Yumi is still up and available. Medic, I know she's one of your favourite champions in the game right now. Yes. And I think Yumi plus Aphelios can be quite strong. It can be. But honestly, the real combo, if they want to go like Giga tryhard, right, is Zillion plus Aphelios. That combo is ridiculous, honestly. Like, I don't know if I've ever seen a combo that's quite that crazy, honestly.
It's definitely incredibly strong. I agree with you there. I think you don't want to pick Yumi Aphelios if you might be playing into an aggressive support, but Karma does a very similar thing to Zillion in the bottom lane. Just protects the AD carry, keeps him safe. Of course, could be played mid by tweaks as well in this game. I'm bringing us back to some more slightly, more refined casting.
What else we got? What else we got? So, alright, Rumble sets. Now, the great thing about these picks is very flexible, Medic. Very flexible. They can be put literally anywhere. You can play the set support, you can play it mid lane, you can kind of, yeah.
Jungle?
Yeah, sorry, the tech team are getting very angry at me right now.
Understandably.
You may see some more text on your screen right now. Yeah, so thank you so much, producers. That seems to be resolved now. I can actually see the draft properly, which is great. So, now then, let's talk about Polska Gorem and the composition that they're going for.
Okay.
With a Rumble, very strong early to mid game, you're going to have a lot of pushing power. I think that's very important when you're pairing up with a Kindred as well, largely because Kindred does often get invaded on. Champions like to get in a jungle attacker in the early game, and so having a potential mid laner or top laner that can collapse quickly is very valuable. So I'm quite a fan of the combo. You're already setting up for a bit of a anti-wombo combo as well, because you got to think, when you're running Malphite plus an Aphelios, that's a lot of just smashing your face on the keyboard, Medic. So when they're smashing their face, the Kindred just goes, no, not today. Right, and then you just drop the ultimate, and then all of that damage gets mitigated. So Polska Gorem are just like, yeah, happy days. We're chilling, as it were. So yeah, I think good first half, I would say, for Polska Gorem.
I do have a little update. Apparently, in the next 90 minutes, for every $1,000 we raise, we're going to add an extra caster to Game 6. So at the moment, it's Dracos and Yamato sitting in a game, and I think from now on we're gonna see how many casters we can get in there. I still remember the 4-man or 5-man cast, the All Stars, for an ARAM. That was one of my favourite experiences as a watcher. So.
Oh, okay. So we got a bit of a fast and send here as well coming out from Polska Gorem. We've seen a couple, honestly, I would say random bans. A bit of Lee Sin, a bit of Galio, trying to attack that jungle pool a little bit, maybe. Tweaks going for the Azir once again. Honestly, he had a couple of good ultimates last game.
Yeah.
I think that it's clearly a comfort pick for him, and he's looking to try and replicate that performance. But you've got a lot of scaling, on the side of the French Zoo. And if they go for the Kayn, they're really doubling down on this scaling aspect, I feel. You've got a lot of champions that don't really do anything until later in the game. And I think this could be problematic for Zoo unless they're assuming that Polska Grom are likely not going to try and force a lot of plays. But when you've got a lot of players like Pookie and you've got Overpower, you know these players just want to get in your face. So with an Echo on top of that as well, I think things are going to get a lot more aggressive than I think the French Zoo were looking for. So we'll have to see if this scaling plan of theirs really pulls off, because you can see Polska Grom, they're really gone for the heavy duelist in the top lane. He's going to be able to bully out that Malphite. The Echo, very strong counter pick into the Azir because of his mobility and his aggression in the early game. He's going to get poked out at the very early levels, but he's going to be much stronger in a side lane later on as well. And there's so much mobility on the side of Polska Grom just because you have the Echo, you have the set uses ultimate to dive onto the back line. The big thing that's going to be scary is if we do see that red cane come out from the cane, you know, the Rast form. Yes. The amount of sustain that you have, especially with Death's Dance, can be devastating. So, yeah, I think that it's a little bit more of a... I mean, I expect it to be a slower game for the side of the French Zoo, but we'll see if Polska Grom want to keep that game. So I'm expecting some fast gameplay from the Polish squad.
Well, we'll have to see. I will admit, I'm very happy with your Welsh accent because you're a lot more measured and slower in how you say things. So I think it was a good 2.5 minutes at the end of that pick ban where I actually didn't have to say anything. And it's looking after my voice, which is very important for me. Welsh, yes. Early on, though, we're going to see just safe starts from both these teams. No level 1 invades, obviously, just leaving that to the LEC Kings, who were the masters of it earlier on today.
Wait, 1 second, Medic. I think,
okay.
Just give me 1 second. Oh, no,
do you want
this was earlier. It was when I got a message on my phone and it said Frosk had locked herself out, and I thought that she'd done it again. So I thought I had to go and save her again. Right? And I was like, oh no, it's happened again. Right, I'll go help her. And no, she's fine. It's just a message from earlier. Frosk is in fact not locked out of the room. So, Medic, where would you like to start? Because obviously, oh, I forgot. I've got to draw an Elder Dragon during this game. I don't know if I have paint on him, Medic. Fight okay. Talk, Medic, talk, go!
Yeah, there's a fight going on. Poogie getting forced out here in the bottom lane. They face check straight into this bush. MacGyver's getting pushed away as well. Trayton and Jezu trying to do the damage across the wall, and now chunk out both of them. Chap now going for the invade and gets the smite away as well. He stole the Razorbeaks, he stole the red, and he's stolen any hope the Fake One has, really, of jungling in this game. Yeah. I will tell you, the Fake One is a hard-stuck plat fill player who does play jungle in solo queue, but I feel it's a slightly disadvantageous matchup for him into a master jungler.
We did talk about it, right? We talked about it, Medic. You want to try and get in the face of the Kindred in the early game. You want to steal those camps away, and I feel like the fact that with the Azir running Hail of Blades, you have very strong early prio, giving Chap the opportunity to set up that invade. Now he's going to steal away the blue buff as well.
Oh my god.
This is just cruel, Medic. Absolutely ridiculous. Like, how can you be so mean to someone just in the autofill position? The Fake One's doing his best, right? He's trying to represent Poland proud. And they've just oh, and there's the ward. He's been spotting on the ward. Medic, they're going to collapse on him as well. They know where he's at. Right? Oh, this is just, honestly, it's just mean. The mean.
Will they collapse, though? Because right now he is actually just taking this pretty easily by himself. It will be his first buff of the game, so he's probably going to get 3 buff. Then it looks like Chap is just staying on the bottom side of the map. So Fake One will be able to secure this. They know he's there. But Chap is going to take a lot for it on the other side of the map. Probably going to be about 10 to 15 CS up after this first clear ends. Welsh is typing.
No, that's because
again.
I told them I don't have paint on my computer, so I can't solve this. Anyway, we've got to find the bot lane. You can see the flash coming in from Jezu. Nicely done there from Jezu.
No, Pookie Style can't die this early on.
He's fine. He's not a problem. Well calculated there. But this is alright. So, oh no, the producers instantly found paint, and now I'm in trouble. Alright. So,
okay, while you start that up, I will explain to people while you're casting in a Welsh accent.
Alright.
And you can sort that out. So obviously we have donation incentives being met throughout the entirety of the Mid-Season Streamathon, and the previous one that was met was for Vedius to cast this entire game in a Welsh accent. I'm enjoying it. I hope you are at home as well, as Fake One looks for a dive here in the top lane. Chips gonna get caught out. We saw how good Noir was in the last game. He flashes away, but you're not flashing anywhere. There's a wall. Is he cosplaying Ender?
Excellently done, the Fake One there. I like that one a lot. Good guy. Considering how far down he's been put, I think finding a successful gank on the top side of the map is great. Just setting up your top liner for success. You're also going to get the TB out from Chips. Like, this is great. You can recognize that Polska Garon, they're a little bit behind in the boss side of the map. You know, that CS differential pretty significant. And considering that Zoo have gone for more of a scaling composition, the fact that they found this early lead is obviously, you know, problematic for Polska Garon. Therefore, by getting this counterplay on the top side of the map, they're going to be feeling a lot more happier. Now, the question is, where will we see...
Very, that was a normal accent. That was a normal accent for the question.
No, it wasn't, mate. No, it
You got to stay in the Welshius. I'm going to call you out.
But, mate, come on, let's calm down now, right? Chap is looking for another battle. It's funny, because the word chap in English is words for, like, friend, like, you know...
Yeah, it's
like,
a lad. It's a guy.
Yeah, he's a good chap.
Yeah, it's a chap.
You know? He's a good chap, you know? And, you know, I suppose chap in this game is trying to be a good chap by bullying an autofill jungler, right? So, you know, honestly, that's the opposite of a good chap, right? But there we are. You know, at the end of the day, you got to do what you got to do to win. I respect it, right? He's got a clear level 5 advantage. The problem that I can't do is I can't check how close he is to one of his transformations.
I had a look when we were on him, and I couldn't see it either, so I don't know why I told you I had a look. MacGyver's going to fight him in the bottom end. Jetsu getting forced away.
This is it!
Drayton, Pookie! Flex! Flex those biceps! I didn't flex as much as we'd like.
He asserted dominance there, Medic. Anyway,
Yeah,
one
true.
sec. I gotta find an image of Elder Dragon.
I think from memory is better than from an image.
Yeah, but I just need a rough guideline. You gotta remember that I'm from Wales.
It looks like a dragon.
There's a lot of dragons in Wales. All right?
That is true. That is true.
So I've got to make sure that I get the right one. Oh, so it's on the smaller side compared to some of the other dragons we've got in Wales. That's alright. Alright, here we are.
I
So
mean,
I'm
that's
gonna
one of
try
the major reasons that the English and the Welsh separated into two separate countries, is because our patron saint, St. George, was actually a dragon killer. And the Welsh were like, well, we can't be having any of that. So they decided to be their own country for a while.
Well, no dragons have been killed yet in this game.
No, that is true.
And the Welsh are obviously very grateful for that. Because while they are dangerous creatures, they do also provide a lot for the land, like protection and keeping the English out. So, overall, I would say that they're a net positive. Now we can see that the bot lane for Team Zoo is obviously in a very commanding position. We can see that Kane very close to that level 6 mark, also going for the Dark Harvest, so really trying to take advantage of as many stacking abilities as possible. Early Merc Treads for Tweak's going to delay his item speak just a little bit, but he wants to try and mitigate some of that burst power that is coming out from Overpower on the Echo in the mid lane. Chap now looking for a potential dive in mid lane.
He's in the bottom lane, but yes. That is where he is positioned right now. He's now going to push himself up towards mid. Pookie style locked underneath the turret as MacGyver continues to defend here. There is a 26 CS lead for Jezu, and here comes Chap. Shadow walking through the walls, going to get the flank off here as MacGyver and Pookie style really have nowhere to go. The heal comes out early on. There's the teleport. Pookie Star's been ignited, but he continues to burn through the French Zoo. Pookie will forward to the ignite. Chap forced off towards the bottom side, but he's going to go back in with his ultimate. He just hit 6. Overpower's joined the fray as well. Chap will forward to the turret, but the slide comes in. Overpower still on the wrong side of the bodyguards. And now Jezu's going to try and chase him down underneath the turret. Overpower will just be able to get out alive.
Oh no, this is terrible for Poland. This is absolutely terrible. Oh no, like... That's a lot of kills going over in favour of Team Zoo, and that Aphelios is only going to get stronger. The bright side for Poland is that all those kills are onto the Karma. So, like, looking up, you know, staying positive as a professional gamer myself, that's the mentality I'm coming in with. So let's have a look and break this play down. Chap full health, he recognised the low health members of Polska Gorom's bot lane that wanted the attack. Now initially this dive is actually terrible for Team Zoo, but because of the huge health discrepancy, it still ends up going in Team Zoo's favour, and you can see that Chip does end up giving his life. Overpower has the ultimate. The wall is unfortunately in his way, and he's trying to disengage from this situation, and just barely is able to get out. But the bot lane gets put even further behind, and you know, this bot side of the map is really just falling apart. And Pookie style, he is the pro player representative for the Polish squad, and right now all the focus is going on to him. You know, they're trying to attack the strong point, and Chap is just relentless with his constant ganking. Look, he's after another one, Medic!
Going in once again, doesn't have Ross, so won't land the knockup, just forces Pookie's style back a little bit. I wonder if Pookie's having flashbacks to the EU Masters finals. Of course, played against the French team there as well. Didn't end up too well for them. Showstopper used in the top lane as Maya is going to try and trade on chips. I believe these are sort of relatively evenly matched top laners. Maya is plat 4, Chips is... Ooh, I clicked on Spain by accident. Chips is gold. So yeah, relatively even. I think we've seen that mirrored in the scoreline between the two. But Chap will secure the first dragon of the game. 1,000 gold lead here for the French Zoo. And they're looking like the first team to go undefeated in the EU face-off.
I mean, let's calm down. Right, let's calm down. Because, you know, Team Zoo, they did nearly lose to Italy in the last one, right? And I mean, I would say that their ability to close is perhaps not the most reliable. So we'll see if they can contain their composure. And I feel that with Pookie style on the team, right, anything is possible. So I'm keeping my eyes on the bot lane. You can see Miha up in the top lane as well, feeling pretty good. That Kindred now level 7. Or the swap coming out from Team Zoo. They've got their eyes set on the Rift Herald. I don't know if Polska Grom is ready for... Do you know how difficult it is to say a Polish word with a Welsh accent? Like, it's a very challenging endeavour, I would say.
I mean, we can tell.
Yeah, oh look, the recognition from Polska Grom. The collapse is coming in. They're looking for a fight. We're going to have a bit of a brawl, I would say, up towards the top side.
Welsh is just the addition of rolled R's as much as you get. It's brawl. We're going to have a brawl with Brom here in the top lane of the river.
We like to what's the word?
You sound like Treebird. That's who you sound like.
We, the Welsh, do not pick a side.
Because no one's on our side. Chap here though, looking for, oh, he's gonna blast going over. Met immediately by the fake one, but here comes Pookie style of the guy, but fake one has to put down the Lamb's Respite straight away. Trayton ignited, ticking down. The ultimate will be used from Chap, and he gets one. They're gonna trade it in response. Teleport coming in here from French Zoo as they look to continue this fight. Chap will pick up another kill. Yeah, that's not good at all. Chips came in and matched them up.
This is your moment, Overpow.
Oh, yes.
Oh, it's not. Right. Walk away. That's fine. That's fine, too. That's fine. The greatest fighters... Sorry, no. The greatest fights are the ones that we avoid. And I think Overpow was thinking that in his head.
That explains your mid lane.
Yeah, exactly. You understand my philosophy now. Anyway, so we can see that Polska Grom looking for a collapse on the top side of the map. It seems to me like they weren't expecting Chap to be there on the flank. So he comes in from behind. He's able to get that collapse. They do stall out a bit of time using the Kindred ultimate, but unfortunately it's not enough. The TP then comes in from the Malphite to secure that final kill. And Team Zoo just continue to extend this goal lead. 2.5 now as the fake one. Look at a bit of a skirmish. It does get locked down. Alright, both teams just gonna disengage. Right now, Medic, I'm nearing the conclusion of
the Elder Dragon.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
is it a Welsh Elder Dragon or is it just a generic?
No, it's I would say it's like, you know, as I say, it's on the small scale of things, I would say, compared to like some of the other dragons that we have in Wales. One sec, I gotta like refine this. Where's the rubber?
Okay.
Where's the rubber?
Eraser. Where's the eraser?
It's a rubber, mate.
It is a rubber, yes, it's true. While you refine, I will say that after we are finished with the EU face-off, the Streamathon will still go strong. We've got the LCL All-Star Variety Show. It's got entertaining content, an awesome DJ set, and you're going to watch people like Diamond Fox, Liquid, and other league personalities. Rift Herald is used here in the top lane as the French team continue just to try and eke out some of these advantages. 2,000 gold up now, or Welshius. And
I gotta save this.
Burning with anticipation for this Elder Dragon.
Best Elder Dragon ever. I won't save it.
JPEG.
I don't again. Yeah. I gotta save it in pictures. Right, saved there. Now I gotta figure out where to send it. Right, so you just be funny, you know, and I'll get on this.
I mean, I'm enjoying just listening to you dictate what you're doing.
Pictures.
This is incredible. Okay, the picture has been...
now, bear in mind, I am... Miha? Get him, Miha! Oh, close. You almost had him. I knew. Overpower! Remember! Oh, here we go.
This is his moment. Betty, go, Welsh.
Go on over, Pow! Get them! Nice ultimate there. The shield comes through. He gets 1 kill. Now 2 more to go. Oh, close. You almost had him. I believed in you. Fortunately, you were outnumbered. Honestly, a bit unfair. Teams who are going to win.
It's cheating, basically.
There we are.
What a shame. What a
Honestly,
shame.
like, some people may think this casting sounds a little biased towards the Polish side, and I'll be honest, it is. That's largely because the French squad, like, they trash talk to LEC Kings a lot. I'm a little sensitive about that, you know. So, yeah, I mean, I won't deny it, Medic. I want teams who to struggle, you know. I want to see them suffer a little bit, you know, for the sake of the LEC Kings. Who will obviously be our eventual champions of this tournament.
Yeah, obviously.
So,
I mean, I was just going to put it on the Rift tomorrow, you know, like, we don't need to be biased against them.
You're right.
We know we're just going to beat them tomorrow anyway.
That's a great point, Medic. You're right. I apologise, right? Let's try and round out this casting a little bit more, right? So here we are. Go on, Team Poland. Get that Drake. It's definitely in your back pocket. This is it. Secure the Drake. Come on, one of the... Team Zoo's got nothing! They've got nothing on you! Here we go! Oh, that's a secure! Here we are, they're looking for the team fight now, Medic, but they're 4 versus 5 right now. They're going to disengage. That's a big win for Team Poland.
Massive plays.
So, Team Zoo now, they're looking at the mid lane tower. Looking like a juicy option, but they've got no minion wave. That's quite unfortunate.
Look at how passive they are. They back away, no minions. Too scared of the tower.
What a shame.
Anyway. I'll be honest, every now and again, I'm adding in a little bit of a Welsh accent by accident because I'm so used to just listening
You're
to
converting. I can hear you.
Converting? Oh. Okay, Verius. I think... Oh, Chap. Oh, Welsh, sorry. Chap is going to play here against Mia. Mia is standing tall, like every good Polska golem should do. They are on top. Yes, while we have a brief moment in the action, Welshius, can you teach us some Welsh words?
Oh, yeah, right, so, Medic, yeah, because obviously you wanted to learn some Welsh, right? So you can be closer to me, yeah? Wait, hang on. I got a notification. Oh, the dragon is up, Medic. You can look at the dragon, I think.
Oh, I can look at the dragon?
Yeah, you can look at the dragon.
Oh, that is...
Yeah.
You're right, it's on the small side, but that is a face that every mother would want to forget.
No, I think it's... I mean, I think when you compare it to the image that I based it off of, right? It was actually, like, I would say a perfect replica.
Does it only have 3 legs?
No, because the other leg is hidden behind the body, isn't it? Medic, you can't, it's like, because I'm taking it from an angle.
Also, I want to know how you think this dragon would fly with wings that are grossly lopsided. One that looks like it's an oar from a canoe, and the other one that looks like it's a bad can opener.
I only had so much space to work with, Medic. You know, like, you gotta do with the tools you've been given, right?
I'm dying.
Right? So I'm just like, I mean, I would say that, like, when I drew this, Medic, don't laugh, right?
I'm back.
I'm quite proud of this, I would say.
Just don't go to art school.
Oh, look!
Chap is dead! Yes,
Alright, here comes the next flank. Right? Alright, so they got a big kill. They're going to stall out a little bit more. Now that is dangerous, because again, we talked about the scaling angle of Team Zoo's comp. Right? Let's bring the dragon down now, because people will confuse it. They'll think there's an actual dragon on the Rift if we keep it on screen. So we need to get that off as quickly as possible. If that'd be great.
It's gone. It's gone.
Excellent, great, excellent. All right.
Slain by St. George, probably.
Yeah, as you were saying. Right, so, focusing on the game. Let's have a look. I've lost my game sound. I don't know how that's happened.
I'll be honest, I don't need it. It has happened to me too, but I thought we were just going to persevere and not bring up the fact that you might have broken something again.
Yeah. Right, we'll focus. We don't need game sound, Medic. With our eyes, we can hear. So, let's have a look at the game state. The Rift Herald is alive. Team Zoo, they have their eyes set on it. They want to secure the objective. I do not think Polska Grom can really look to fight because they haven't hit those core item spikes just yet. Leandries still needs to be completed for Pookie style. Overpow looks like he's going for a death cap second. Not entirely sure that I agree with him, if I'm being totally honest with you. But there we are, each to their own, I would say. And given that he probably has one of the better KDAs on Polska Grom, I'm going to trust him for now.
Yep.
right? So he does also have level 13. That's a pretty big deal. And when he starts moving off to a side lane, that's going to be challenging for Team Zoo to deal with. So we'll see how they handle that pressure. Miha also completed Blade of the Ruin King. Look at him. He's bullying chips around right now.
Yeah, doing a great job. He's got the Cull almost fully stacked. The Blade of the Ruin King, as you say, will help a huge amount in dealing with this Mal fight. And the gold lead still only sticks at 1.7, 1.8k. The French Zoo, as we saw in the last game, not really able to snowball their lead away from people. But you've said it a few times, Welshius, they have a very good scaling composition. And so it's more on the Polish team, Polska Góra, to try and make some plays happen.
Now, Medic, we have a couple of sayings in Wales, right?
Okay. We lost to England again in the rugby. Is that one?
No, that's never been one. One saying we do have, right, is that when we're in danger, we often say things like, or popsicle stick, right?
Oh, popsicle stick.
Yeah, I would say right now that popsicle sticks are in full force because the fake one is about to die. Oh no, this is terrible. This is an absolute travesty. Great team fight. Or better team fight for Polska Góra. They're on the re-attack. They're looking for the 4v3. Chap now coming in from the side. He's gone for the Shadow Assassin. We didn't really talk about that, but here we go. Pookie Stealth forced to flash out. 2 versus 4. What can Miha do? They're looking for Jezu. Almost get the kill. Overpower. Oh, get the heal back. Oh, Miha underneath the tower. Can't find the secure kill onto Chap. Now they're on the re-engage. Overpower's got to disengage. He's running away as Team Zoo do successfully win the team fight. They summon the Rift Herald. The Mountain Drake is also alive. And they're in full control of the game.
Yeah, French Zoo looking really good here. The Severum Moonlight Vigil, the ult coming out from the Aphelios, just healed him up so much in the middle of that fight. And we'll have another look at it, because at the start, it's MacGyver getting caught out. Thought he could get away, but wasn't able to escape from Jack.
Yeah, MacGyver, he tries to come in to assist the mid lane tower, but he's coming in at an awkward angle, I would say. And you can see he's like, oh, popsicle stick right now, because he gets collapsed on by the Azir wall as well. He's got no escape. He doesn't bother flashing. He knows there's no point. And then at this point, you can see that, oh, maybe there's another opportunity for the Polish squad to be able to turn this one around, and they're looking for that re-engage. And while they get a lot of damage down to Chip, you can see that he's able to mitigate a lot of it because he's just sitting inside the rumble. And they hard coming up to Jezu, as you mentioned. He gets a lot of heal back from that ultimate combined with the this lifesteal daggery thingies, and that then helps them turn around the fight. So Aphelios, 3-0-7 right now. Yep. A lot of it coming off the early game advantages the teams who were able to find, and what an advantage they put themselves in right now, So here we are, Chips now hanging around the bot lane. I don't think he wins that 1v1, No,
he doesn't. He doesn't. Welsh.
He needs to back off. Oh, is that Baron? No. They wouldn't do a Baron, would they? No. Oh, that's a teleport. That's a fight. Chap going in. Medic, come on, you got.
I'm just waiting for when you wanted to finish your little Welsh segment there.
You gotta get your way in there, Medic.
Oh, I've got to jump in. I didn't realise Welsh didn't understand
they're starting the Baron.
The Baron vets. Going for it. Pookie Star, though, in a really good position here.
Come on,
has the equalizer available.
This one.
Fake one can jump in. Fake one can jump in with the Lamb's Respite. Here comes Set from the bottom side as well as they look for the fight. MacGyver.
Here we go.
Here we go.
They steal it! Polska Góra!
Polska Góra! And now they're looking for the fight. It's going to be the first to fall. Chap, though, is putting some damage down from the side. Overpowered, trading against Jezu. It's 2v1 right now, and Jezu is winning that. MacGyver forced off towards the bottom side. Jezu is just ripping through them. The French Zoo, they might not be able to smite, but they can darn well win the fight afterwards. Chap's going to chase down MacGyver. It's an ace. And the Polska Góra was only Góra for so long.
Some may say that was a win team fight for Team Zoo. However, I am an optimist, and I think that this play has been quite beneficial. So we can have a look here. Oh, the smite onto 11 HP. The Rumble Ultimate steals it away. And then Team Zoo, they're on the other team. And this is where I think Polska Góra, they just committed a little bit too hard. You can see that Jezu is just obliterating everyone in the back line. And oh, he gets a huge shield from the Karma as well. And there's just not enough damage to kill him. And then so, yes, Team Zoo, they do get an ace. But what a Baron steal from Polska Góra, really keeping this game competitive.
They definitely are. If any of you are wondering why Vedius sounds so odd, it's because we have a donation incentive that meant he has to do a Welsh accent for the entirety of this cast. Instead of doing it himself, obviously he got his cousin, Welshius, to join us. So Welshius, thank you very much for coming. We have more caster donation incentives going on today as well. For every $1,000 raised at the moment, we're going to add one extra caster to the final game of the day, Game 6, the next game. And there is a bonus promotion as well, as we have 4-to-1 matching those donations. So the match by our founders and Riot Games, every $1 donated right now, we will add $4 into the entire donation pool. Donations will help deliver essential items to struggling families and older individuals in quarantine cities and refugee camps. So it's a very good cause that all of the money is going to.
Thank you very much to everyone that has donated so far. We hope you've enjoyed the day. We are currently in Game 5. Thanks to your donations, I am, of course, here with Welshius. And now, Team Zoo looking for a pick onto Miha. Let's see if he can handle them 1 versus 3. He's just going to back away from that one as Team Zoo set their eyes on the bot tower. Of course, with no Baron, sieging becomes difficult. Polska Gurong can continue to stall things out. Maybe Overpower with his Death Cap can now threaten Jezu a little bit more, but you can see how big that shield is. He's got that Karma shield as well, and with the Ardent Sensor adding insult to injury as well. Team Zoo feeling very strong right now, hitting a lot of those core itemization points, bringing them a lot of late game power.
Now this is where they struggled in Game 1 though, you know, the actual closing out of the game. Now they have already taken down the inhib tower in the mid lane, makes it a little bit easier for them. Tweaks able to shuffle away there and keep his Banshees alive, which is very important, of course, for that Azir. Means it's very difficult for you to get caught out. Jezu sitting on 3 completed items with the Phantom Dancer there, so it's going to be even harder to burst him out. And the French Zoo, with a 6,000, well, 5,000 gold lead, are looking in commanding fashion. Jezu able to flash away. Chips did get rooted up by the face breaker, but Jezu is still very healthy here. Chap forced off towards the bottom side. The the unstoppable force comes out from Chips. He's caught them all together. The showstopper's going to isolate Jezu from the fight, and it's a 1-for-1 trade so far. The French team now going to push in as the minions have to be cleared out in the mid lane, and they can just get to this inhibitor tower because Pookie Style is not here with the team. He has to get back to the fountain and heal himself back up.
Yeah, so Team Zoo going to be pretty happy with the outcome of that fight. Yes, they did have to lose their top laner, but given the Malphite already used his ultimate, his value and contribution to the team had pretty much dissipated, so he wasn't needed really anymore, meaning that Team Zoo, with their health advantage, could force Polska Grom off the 2 inhibitors, and now Poland is on the back seat. As you mentioned, Team Zoo looking to go T2-0 on the day. You know, looking to feel pretty confident. They said that they thought that they were going to be clear favourites coming into the tournament. They talked about how they expect, you know, to just clean sweep through the tournament. And alright, they've looked okay, I would say, over the last 2 games. But obviously the real competition will be happening tomorrow, under the assumption that they can still close out this game. You know, you've got Germany and Team LEC, honestly, like, true powerhouses of this tournament, one would say.
I mean, I totally agree. I think the really interesting thing is if France top this group, they play against Germany tomorrow.
Do. Yes.
Because it's first versus second seed, I assume. Actually, I haven't looked at the bracket, but that is my assumption.
Germany looked very scary today, I would say.
They really did, yeah. Their mid laner especially, he had a bit of a field day.
Wow, yeah. Really, like, wow. I mean, he was just truly spectacular.
It's probably the best mid laner I've ever seen.
Honestly, I think so too. Yeah, I think so as well. I think honestly, yeah, precisely. So, yeah, bringing us back to this game now, you know, because you're going to have all the time in the world to admire some of the clean League of Legends tomorrow. Oh, big stun.
Chap's dead, Chap's dead.
Nice pick there
that
from
was beautiful.
Oh, they found another one, Medic.
Oh, Trayton? There's a teleport coming in top lane, though. Zoo might look to try and turn this one around. Treeks is stepping forward. Chips has the flank position. Teleport coming in from POL. Lund as they try and join the fight from the bottom. Overpower does still have his ult. He's going to pop back. Here's the showstopper. Overpower able to get into the shield to keep himself alive. Trayton's going to tank up 3. And Jezu's doing a lot of work. He's going to take out Overpower, but Mia is sitting on him and will get the shutdown. However, on the top side of the fight, Tweaks, Chips, and Trayton are showing exactly how it's done. They're TPing in. Chips, no. No, you can't do this, Chips.
I don't think
you can't do this, Chips. Yeah, you cannot do this. You're playing Malphite.
This is one of the most depressing things I've ever seen. But the rest of his team is on its way now. They're looking to try and end the game here, Medic.
They are. Pukistar's going to try and defend. Mia just about able to survive as Tweak steps forward underneath the turret, still tanking it up. And the Nexus towers will fall. It's only Pukistar versus the world, and he's got nowhere to go. Met by the French Brigade as they gobble him up for their final kill of the game and take the win versus Polska Górą.
Well, Team Zoo obviously, looking quite solid there, but a lot of phenomenal plays from Polska Górą.
Oh, yeah, some of the best from Polska Górą.
The Baron steal, some of the picks there. And the fake one being an auto-fill jungler. What an admirable performance, I would say. It's just, what an entertaining bunch. What a great game from them.
I think he selected the role of autofill, but he does play jungle in solo queue. However, he is plat versus masters.
We can gloss over the details.
Okay,
I honestly think, that he had a great, solid game, and I think that moving forward, they have a good opportunity. It's going to be a competitive game against Italy in our final match of the day to determine who will be the other team. Congratulations, of course, to Team Zoo. They will have to go up against one of the powerhouses of Team A in Germany, I believe, and then if they're able to win that one, then they will have to then go up against Team LEC in the final, of course.
I just saw my favorite donation I've ever seen. I'm sorry to interrupt you in the middle, Welsh.
No, you tell me, my friend.
Poro Overlord donated $5 and said, Wales doesn't exist.
Well.
We have no proof. We have no proof.
We have some proof, like we have a map, and we have me, who's literally from Wales.
Maps can lie.
We also have a language. There's literally you can fly to Wales.
Klingons have a language, Vedius. You can't use a language as an excuse.
You can fly to Wales. Like, I can book you a flight. Cardiff is lovely this time of year. It's very mild, honestly.
There's no proof. For all I know, I could land back in Germany, and it's just this little town that you've invented that you pretend is Wales. It's like the Truman Show.
Medic, let's get serious. Wales has produced some of the greatest people humanity has ever known. Tom Jones as one of them.
Tom Jones is up there.
Yeah. There's that footballer, that Welsh one. Yeah.
Okay, if you run out of names at one, I think you're struggling slightly.
I just forgot his name. I forgot his name, that's all.
You're thinking of Gareth Bale, but
Gareth Bale,
one of the best footballers ever. He's a good footballer, but he's not one of the best ever.
Gareth Bale.
You could have gone Ryan Giggs.
That's another one.
Than Gareth Bale.
We've also got an entire Welsh rugby team that never loses to anyone.
Right? Yes, I saw them in the finals.
There's also that, and we've got Catatonia, famous Welsh singer.
I don't know who Catatonia is.
There's also Alfari, fantastic lad, really good top laner. There's Vedius. Oh, what a lad,
yes.
I would say.
I forgot about Vedius.
Yeah, what a lad. So yeah, I think Wales should be appreciated more. We have a fantastic
If it existed, I'd
Welsh.
appreciate it.
Yeah, we've also got some great Welsh words. I was going to teach you earlier, Medic, we've got words like taxi, ambulance.
What does that mean?
Radio.
Wait, what does radio mean?
I mean, I know
is it just radio? Is it just radio, but with extra?
No, I mean the English will call it radio, yes, but
and taxi is just taxi.
I mean, yeah.
This very much sounds like a language a teenager made up when they were writing their first fantasy novel.
No, it's honestly the English based.
What should I call this country? Well, it's near the sea. What lives in the sea? Wales. Yeah, okay, it's Wales.
You know that a lot of German words share similarities to the Welsh words. Our language is very old, my friend. Very, very old. So yeah, I think they've heard enough from us now, Medic. So why don't you send us off?
I think they've heard enough. I do want to say we have raised already $1,187 for Caster Chaos.
Fantastic.
So that means we're already having one extra caster on the final game of the day. There's a reminder that throughout the weekend you can support COVID-19 relief efforts by donating at riot.com/donate. The 3 largest donations from the Streamathon will all earn a Secret Lab chair, the same chair as used by the pros during Worlds 2019, the same one that I'm on right now. But these are special. They're gold editions. So make sure you give us support and join Shocks and Francis Chips after the break.
Welcome back to the EU Face Off. I'm joined by Francis Chips. Congratulations on the win. Very interesting team composition in game 2. Talk me through how it was from your perspective.
Hey Trevor, hi everyone. Thank you. We are happy. We are happy about this one. About the team composition. In fact, when we drafted our French team, we put a lot of emphasis on bot lane. We wanted to have a double challenger bot lane to be sure to carry through bot. And then we feel, I mean, Shap is quite good also, and Twix has a good level. And, well, top we are the weaker side, but we play tanks. So basically we stick to our plan. It's, I mean, having a strong bot lane. As you can see, there was a lot of ban on ADC and this kind of stuff.
Yes.
And we felt that Aphelios was one of the best one remaining. So we played through bot mainly, and sometimes I can TP with my Malphite to win some fights, but our strat is always going to be strong bot and win the bot side.
How panicking or how scared were you when Pookie Style stole the Baron? It felt to me watching at home that could have been the turning point, but then you ended up acing them.
Yeah, I mean, for this Baron, to be honest, we trolled a bit because I think we were. I mean, I don't have the observer view in this kind of match, but I think we were ahead at this time, and we could have prepared way more efficient. And we played a 50-50 while we could have done it way better. So our coach Duke at the end of the game came and was like, "Hey guys, so it was a clean game except for this Baron call. What the hell was that? I mean, wow." Why would you make a 50-50 when you are ahead like this? And I mean, we were not afraid, and it was more like we flamed our jungle. Because he couldn't smite. And after this one, the fight was kind of chaotic, but we managed to win it anyway. So I don't think we were panicked, but we were like, that's an opportunity missed.
Well, listen, the only team in the European face-off to go undefeated in the group stage 2-0. You guys are not going to be facing the German squad tomorrow. You may not know this, but my allegiance and the region that I support is for sale. Whichever region has donated the most is the one that I believe in. So this means I believe tomorrow Deutschland is going to take France down. What do you think about that matchup, in my opinion?
Honestly, I think there's the most frightening team with our actually. And when I saw them come back against Spain, I was like, okay, those guys seem pretty solid. So it's going to be a challenge, honestly. I think LEC team would be way easier, but well, we'll see them in final and cross them anyway.
Why is that? Why is that? Because as you know, Law works on our broadcast quite a lot. And I know for a fact that Law has been cheating and spying and delivering all sorts of information from our prep. So what has she been telling you, and what else do the rest of your players think of the LEC squad?
Well, we think the LEC squad is good, but we think they can have some champions issues, like for example, I mean, you can ban Vetus Nocturne, but you can also prep some picks against it. So I mean, maybe Vetus will surprise us, if we meet them in the final, for example.
He surprised me at how bad he has been. Definitely not how good he has been. Oh, Chips!
Right. You know him better than me, so you can overflame it like this, and it's okay. But I think it's against LEC team. It will come down to the draft bot lane mainly, and we are confident because our overall level at bot is stronger than the LEC team. I think because Medic is decent, but we have Triton is a challenger, so we think
He's
we
better, is
can
what you're
win,
trying to
but
say.
even against upset.
Amazing, amazing. Listen, can you tell me a little bit about how has the French community, the French viewers, the French fans, how have they been responding and enjoying the day? It's obviously been very silly, especially on our side. Lots of crazy drawings. The previous shoutcast, Vedius did the entire thing in a Welsh accent, and the next one, we are going to be shoutcasting it as pirates. So how has it been for you and for everybody watching on your side?
Well, we don't do the stuff you do, but the thing is, we put a lot of emphasis on raising the awareness of the community and doing some good stuff in communication. So we did interviews, we did players assets, and we brought it on Twitter every day to feed people and to make the hype rising. So we are focused. I mean, what is funny in our adventure is that we are focused to make kind of a real team for a really short time.
Yes.
So we do a lot of stuff in communication, and we play that game. In fact, we want the team to be popular and followed by a lot of people.
All right, Chips, one last question. Coming up next, Poland versus Italy. The winner will advance to tomorrow's semifinal. Give me a prediction on who you think or why they're going to win.
Well, honestly, it's not easy because we had. I mean, our game against Italy was more difficult, but the thing is, against Italy, Noah was playing and he's not that good. So I think if I was playing, we would have stomped them. But because I was not playing, well, it happened, and finally we won. But honestly, the match against Italy, I don't know if it was because it was the first match, but we were kind of shaky in the early game, and I mean. It's the match we were the more cocky about. We were sure we had to win this match, so maybe it made us shaky. You know, it was difficult, and against Polish team it was easier. But so I would say maybe Italy, you know, as a surprise. Even if I think, in fact, Poland should win regarding the level of players, but I mean, Italy surprised us.
Well, look at it this way. Italy surprised you. There was no surprise to anybody who was watching that France is better than Poland. We saw it at EU Masters. We saw it again today in the EU face of Chips. Thank you so much. One thing, go and tell everybody on your side. We have interviewed every broadcast that's taken part, that's joined us in every language, and every single one of them is flaming their own teammates more than they're flaming their opponents. So this trend continues. Chips, congratulations.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. That's it for Chips. We got one more game coming up. Italy will chance the rift against Polska Górom. We'll find out who makes the semifinals. Cheers, everyone.
Polska Górom.